Hello, what up guys, how you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome to episode number 321 of the Road to Glory on FIFA 19 Ultimate Team. In today's episode, we will be going ahead and selling one of our players that we bought in literally an episode or so ago. That is Marco Reus. As you can see, we listed him up, didn't we, in the rewards video yesterday. And then we will be purchasing another attacker for our team. Again, just to try someone new out or try someone different out, a nice TOTS version of a certain hero from the Road to Glory. So we got 900k pretty much for Reus when we bought him for 750 the day before. That's how much the prices have gone up, and he's actually carried on going up. So I probably could have even made a bit more of him if I decided to keep for a little bit longer. But with him going up, so is every other player. So if I wanted to get Aubameyang, which is the player we're going to be looking to pick up today, I needed to get him before he went above 1 million and then was going to stay up there, you know. So yeah, basically that's where we're at. If you would do me a massive favor and hit that thumbs up button on today's vid, that would be amazing. Let's get over 1,000 likes, shall we, boys? Hit that thumbs up button. Your support lately has still been absolutely insane. And it's so sad that there's no content because I want to carry on doing this series, but I fear this is probably the last actual content episode where I play games on the RTG. Sad. It might be the final episode tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure yet. I'll see what's left in the tank or see if there's anything that we can actually make of it, you know, see if there's anything that we can actually do in order to keep this thing going or not. But yeah, hit that thumbs up button. That would be amazing. Your support has been awesome. We complete marquee matchups, but of course, opening my packs knowing that there's not really many special things in packs is kind of sad. So yeah, we can hope for walkouts, but even when we get them, unless it's going to be an icon or something, it's not going to be much to shout about, of course, unless you pack like a Messi or Ronaldo. But I don't know. It's just that time of year, really, isn't it? So no boards or anything from the first couple of packs, but they were the smaller packs as opposed to just regular size ones. So that was like small rare electrum or small prime electrum or whatever it was. So there's a couple of half decent players, but nothing special. And then we do get a walkout from this next pack right here. And as you can see, Flair comes around and it's an inform, and we get Portuguese right mid, which is going to end up being someone that's already got a higher rated TOTS, not going to lie. But it is the 87 rated Pizzi from Benfica. So, I mean, fairly good pack considering there's not much out, I guess you could kind of say. And there's an 84s and 83s in the pack as well, so I guess we'll definitely take that, as well as a walkout in the very next pack. This time it is regular gold, and it's going to be Spanish centre-back from Real Madrid, Barcelona. It's PK, not Ramos. Yeah, which means I don't know what the difference is in terms of price, but I know rating-wise, Ramos is like a 91, and it's still fairly usable, so he would have been a bit more expensive. But there's an 85 rated company and 84s and 83s and stuff in that pack as well. So again, can't really complain too much. And we do get boards from the final pack, but not a walkout. And it is it's going to be Jonas, right? Yeah, 84 rated Jonas from Benfica as well. 84s, 83s, and some high rateds galore. It's almost as like those players have got card weight that's higher now. Like, I never really got 84s and 83s during TOTS. I just got blues, and then the 83s and 84s went up in price. Well, now the blues are going up in price, and the golds are coming back down because of what's in packs and what's not in packs. So it's kind of flipped on its head, really. So I mentioned that I wanted to pick up Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. He is a bit of a hero for the series. We used his Player of the Month version for a lot of games this year, and he has been great. So I decided to pick one up at 990,000 coins. To think last week he was literally 650,000 coins. That's just how much everything's gone up in the market. So yeah, we're skint now. We've got no coins left really, but we are able to make this particular squad. So I said to myself that I might go and do that Sterling SBC, but with there being nothing really to get in the packs, and the fact that I looked in my club and put a concept Sterling into a squad and actually a loan popped up and I realised, oh, I've got 16 games on the loan, I figured I'm not even going to play 16 games with that Sterling, so I'm not going to do the full SBC. We'll just use this one today and have a bit of fun. And again, using Aubameyang as my main striker. You can see where I'm going to be playing everyone. Eusebio's going to be out wide, so is Sterling. Hazard's going to be central cam, Aubameyang up top. And then, yeah, we're playing Pogba at CDM, but I'm going to use him as a very attacking CDM. So we've almost got like 5 in the attack. So that's a little bit overload, but hey, why not? You know, it could be enjoyable. So I go into my first game of the episode, and we come up against a full Liverpool team, a nice full special Liverpool team as well, including that 95 Fabinho, who is supposed to be very, very good and probably the best CDM on the entire game. So especially like a Prem CDM, he's definitely going to be up there in terms of brilliant CDMs in that league. Now, and Brazilian, of course, as well. So he gets a goal, actually. I give a penalty away, and Fabinho has always had really good penalty stats. So the 95 is no different. He slotted that one home, no questions asked. And then I end up putting myself 2-1 up. But this was a game where I definitely was struggling. I managed to keep my pass accuracy up, but I wasn't thriving in this game. And something about Salah, and he ended up bringing Griezmann on at half-time, who scored pretty much instantly. Yeah, Pink Griezmann is quite fearsome as well. And then his Sterling, I could not contain his Sterling, and I could not really use mine to the same effect that this guy was using his. So something was up there. I just wasn't quite. I wasn't using him right, and I guess, I mean, it was like my first time using him. Maybe this guy's been using him a little bit longer. But that Sterling and Mane and Salah and Griezmann, all of those players up front, it was just too much to handle. And eventually I ended up losing 4-2 after being 2-1 up. But no bother, we'll move on into the next game and it will be all good. Where we come up against another crazy team. This guy's got TOTS Ibra alongside his like Sterling and other fast players like Ribery. But I scored that. I just flicked the ball up and absolutely walloped it with Paul Pogba. Now his default celebration is the dab, by the way, so that's not me just dabbing out of dab's sake, but I think that goal is worthy of a dab, to be fair. It's just a nice volley. I know they're OP on the game, but it does look nice when you really when you give it some beans and get a lot of stuff behind the ball, a lot of power behind it and stuff. Yeah, it's quite nice. It's better than the goal that he just scored against me, basically, anyway. So it's 1-1, but then I end up sort of dragging back and getting a nice low-driven goal with Eden Hazard. Low-driven, but high power means it goes about halfway up the net. And I kind of like how that's been implemented this year. Like, I don't mind that low-driven is hold LBRB as opposed to what it used to be, which was the double tap of the shot, right? Like, I don't mind that at all. I've come to quite like that, actually. It's just, you got to hope that the shots are more accurate than they are on this FIFA, or that, you know, it's more consistent on the next FIFA than it is on this one. So I end up getting a goal with Aubameyang there to put me 3-2 up, and I was kind of bossing this game, so to only be 1 goal ahead was a little bit disappointed, but we can push on into the second half, and it took until the 81st minute to get another goal. But what a ball through that was from Eden Hazard, and I've got so many pacey players up top that it was just the counter-attack of dreams. It worked out a right treat, and we ended up getting ourselves a little 4-2 win and a goal for like a lot of my attacking players. It was well spread out there, which was very nice to see. You know, everyone was getting in on the act, and that, yeah, it's exactly what we want to see playing the game at this stage. So another game, another 4-5-1 team, which is no doubt going to change in game. I would say that he'd done the Icon SBC a few times, seeing the players that he had there. He had like the Pele, the 91 Pele, and then the Sol Campbell. I can't remember who the other one was. I think it was Vieira, right? 88 Vieira. But this guy was good. And, I mean, it took until the second half for the deadline to be broken, and it was him that did it. However, my Sterling left it out to Hazard, and that shot took a major deflection for me to get our equaliser. It genuinely, I guess it was going straight into the goalkeeper's hands or wide of the post or something, and it took a huge deflection. So we felt very lucky to get that goal. And then Pogba gets through. I mean, that takes another huge deflection, and both the goals I've scored in this match have been just like completely and utterly fluky, really. So when he gets through here and ends up getting the goal, I mean, we save it, but then it comes straight out to Pepe. There's just no real complaints from my end. Like I know that I got pretty lucky with my goals, so we'll take a 2-2 draw and just move on to the next one, and hopefully deserve a victory or so in the next game. Because I mean, I know we had shots and he didn't really, but I just felt so lucky with how my goals actually went in. So yeah, you know, pushing up towards rank 1 at that stage. That was before the weekend league was actually playing, and I'm sure some people are still in that. You know, there's still 1 or 2 weekend leagues to go. I can't see myself doing that though. It's just not worth it with the stuff that's in packs. We whip it into the box and go 1-0 down after 4 minutes. That was an Aouar header, and he's very short, so he was obviously clear and unmarked. And then Ousmane Dembele knocks it out to Aouar, who ends up sticking it in near post. So I'm 2-0 down. And there's 7 minutes on the clock. And I'm like, all right, come on, Tom, wake up, mate. Like, what are you doing here? But Aubameyang with a nice turn and then another deflected goal. Like, the last 3 goals I've scored have all been heavily deflected off the defenders. I don't know what's going on, but I'm getting some fortune. Anyway, Hazard knocks it through to Aubameyang, and the pace from the Gabon striker was brilliant right there to get past that defender, and it was a perfectly weighted ball from the Belgian Eden Hazard, enabling us to actually go 2-1 up. Doesn't last long though, because I mean, if we're going to score deflected goals, we can't complain when the deflected goals go in against us. And I might have missed one for him there, because he is 3-2 up at this stage. Oh no, I was 2-0 down, wasn't I? So I just wasn't in the lead. I managed to get the game back to 2-2. Then he scored the 3-2, and then of course we get it back to 3-3, and that's all before half time. So a pretty interesting half, to say the least. But going straight on into the second half, Sterling does some great work, and I just brought Havertz on, and he literally managed to score with probably the first touch of the ball. He just heads it in at the back post. You know, he rose higher than the left back, and then Ousmane Dembele gets through. I moved the goalie the wrong way, and it is going to be 4-4. So a nice high scoring match, this one. It would be nice to take the victory though, wouldn't it? So it was good. I tell you who changed the game for me, apart from Aubameyang actually being pretty class, I really like him, it was Alaba, bringing Alaba on. So this guy, the way he was playing was so constant pressure, like, and he had the Alabas, the Goretzkas, the crazy players that just are everywhere all the time. And me bringing on my Alaba in the second half completely changed it, and I was able to catch up to him. I was able to actually counter his like constant pressure with my own high pressure, and eventually that's led to me getting the goal, with the winners coming from Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang himself. So at this stage, it's like I could sell Aubameyang and then buy another player for another episode, but I'm not sure who to buy, because there's not many others that I really wanted to or wished to try this year. So because it kind of goes, there's some really low-rated players which I'd quite like to use, so like, or low-price players like Julian Brandt and stuff, who's like 45k now, and then it goes up to the Sons, the Aubameyangs, the Royces, and the Havertz. They're all at like 800k plus or so, and then there's the Mbappes, which are just way out of our league in terms of coins. So it's going to be an unfortunate, you know, mishap that we're not going to get to use them towards the end of the game. So this might be my final team. It might be the fact that keeping Aubameyang in the squad, knowing how much of a legend he was for the Road to Glory with his Player of the Month all year, meaning that we can keep him in our like final team and stuff. That could be the way to go. That could be exactly what I do. You'll know tomorrow whether or not you get a final episode where I'll talk through like the golden boys and like the Hall of Famers of the series this year, or whether or not there's more content for us to actually to make, and we'll carry on for another few more days. So you'll see that tomorrow, but do me a massive favor, hit that thumbs up button today, subscribe to the channel for FIFA 20 stuff coming real soon, I promise you. I'm very much looking forward to it, and I hope you are as well. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Insta. I go to Germany very soon, so if you want to see what I'm getting up to at Gamescom, then of course follow me on my other social medias. Most importantly though, I hope you all have a lovely day, and I will catch you tomorrow with another video. Peace.